Welcome back to VTU e-Shikshana program on computer aided engineering drawing. We are in second module, continuation of projection of solids. Now let me take up a problem on triangular prism of base sides 35 mm and height equal to 65 mm long. That is, height or axis, same thing, axis 65 mm long, has a base edge on HP inclined at 45 degree to VP. Draw the projections when the axis is inclined at 30 degree to HP. So let me analyze the problem by taking the module, simple model of triangular prism. Here he says, this is the triangular prism. Already I told you, dark phase and light. This light one I consider always top phase and this is base. Easy for explanation and understanding. I will keep it like this. And whatever the given data is the base edge on HP and the axis is inclined at some degree to HP and the edge on HP is inclined at some degree to VP. This is what the given data. So basically the axis is inclined to HP, the solid is inclined to HP. Solid means normally by default it is axis reference. Axis inclined to HP means in this position we never get the true shape of the cross section. Always you need true shape of the cross section to start with, to start the basic position or initial position. So when you get the true shape of the cross section, when you make it perpendicular. Okay. So in this case, if you look from top, definitely you will get the true shape of the solid. Now I will tilt so that you can understand better. See, you will get the true shape. Assume that this is HP, this is VP. If you do like this, then only you will get the true shape. So first position, second position. Let me try this. First position, try second position. So the corner on HP, we don't want. So base edge on HP is inclined 40 degree to or 30 degree to VP, 45 degree to VP, and the axis itself is inclined 30 degree to VP. First position, second position, third position. So this is what the problem given. Now let me analyze one by one. Whenever he gives base edge on HP inclined 45 degree to VP, people think that always first angle given for axis and then for the VP. No, it is the very clearly given the base edge on HP inclined 45 degree to VP and then the axis inclined 30 degree to VP. Let me consider always the axis condition. In case of lamina we used to say surface condition. First always axis condition. What is axis condition? Axis condition is the axis inclined to HP. So make it parallel to HP so that you get true shape on HP. What is true shape? True shape is the triangle. So first position, second position, third position. So in second position you never get the true shape. In third position also no chance. Only in first position you get. So change of position method. That's why they have mentioned change of position method. Here is the first position to get true shape. So make the axis perpendicular to HP. So here indication is axis inclined to HP by 30 degree. So you make it perpendicular to HP. What it refers to axis. What for? To get true shape of cross section of the solid on HP. That means top view is true shape. So start from top view. So this is how you try to analyze. So start from top view. Okay. In this scheme, they are given inclination only to HP. Okay, not inclination to VP. You are safe. So always you have to start from top view. Now, what is top view of this triangle? What is the orientation? Then comes edge condition or corner condition. Edge condition. So the edge to be placed on HP should be always perpendicular to VP. So the edge is always perpendicular to VP. So What edge? Already I told you the edge to be placed on HP. Now this is the initial condition, first position. So it is perpendicular to HP. Always you prefer to take to the right side. For laminae we used to take to the left side for space management. Here it is going forward, so it is to be taken to the right side. So naturally the initial position is a triangle of the size equal to 45 mm. Now let me draw a vertical line passing through this, that is perpendicular to XY line, little away from this because you need to accommodate the figure. So take little away from that and mark 45, and then draw two arcs with the same center, draw this one. So manually you are doing like this. In computer it is easy, you already know that how to draw the computer. So draw dark line. So this is the top view, dark this, and then name. So this must be named first A, this is B, this one is C. This must be named first, left extreme nearest corner. Then draw horizontal median line and one more median of your preference to get the axis point. O, O1. This is how the top view naming should be done. Next comes the front view. Already I explained how to draw the front view. Project all these points. For information, you have the base corners A1, B1, C1. You need not write. It is convention. It is clear. Understood that there are at corners. You need not worry. Then this is A1 dash, B1 dash in bracket, C1 dash. It is like a lamina. I am projecting now base corners, assuming that base corners are named the top view. Base edges. Now you take it height as 65. Okay. Now draw this projection from this and take 65 as the reference. Okay, assume that I have taken 65. Okay. Now what are the lines to be darkened? It is easy. Dark the lines which are visible first. A1 is visible. Already we have discussed the visibility concept. A1 is visible, BB1 is visible, and CC1 is not visible. Top corner A dash, B dash, bracket C dash. Then top face is visible. Face is not visible, but the projection is a line. Again, similarly, the base is also a line. This must be done. Normally, we forget this. Okay. Then comes axis. Project axis, it is biased towards right, the side type, edge side. It is going to bias to edge side. Okay. Now, this is O dash, O1 dash. So, O dash, O1. This is the front view. Name it and dimension it. For the first figure only, you should dimension. So, preferably for good presentation, keep little away and then say the side of the line. Almost mid portion, little away from that, left side. Now, height, because I get directly side here, you can also dimension one of these remaining two, but prefer it is vertical, easy. This is 65. Okay. That's all. First figure, top view, front view. Then what about the second reference? So axis condition always you must touch first, then edge condition or corner condition. So right, initially it is perpendicular to EP, then it is going to assume 45 degree to we are going to make it. Let us normalize the situation and give only axis inclination. So again I will repeat, first position, second position, edge to be placed on HP is always perpendicular to you. Suppose that I will take little away, and then do it. This one, you cannot do this way. You have to give inclination only to HP. So you must keep the edge to be placed on HP perpendicular to VP. Now, that's what we have done here. Next, this is the front view. You must do it like this. So, first figure front view, second figure front view. Now, you can observe here, it's very interesting. This is the lateral face containing the base edge to be placed on HP. Fine. If axis inclined at 45 degree, what happens to this? 30 degree, what happens to this? This also assumes same angle. So, instead of giving axis inclined at some degree to HP, he may give the lateral face containing the base edge on HP, or simply edge on HP. Is inclined at 30 degree to HP. This is what? They never give axis inclination. They give directly this. That means if they give the inclination to this, axis also assumes same thing, and vice versa. It's also true. Now, what you have to do? If I give inclination to this, this also assumes same thing. So, instead of taking this, if I take this, then I have to do some geometry problem is there. Now, I will take this angle only, definitely this also assumes same. Even if they don't give that version, I have to proceed with this only manually. In case of computer, move and rotate. That there also you take this corner as a reference and do it. Now, mark a point close by. You leave this gap must be more than this. Okay, at least 1.5 times so that you can accommodate once rotating. Now, how to do it? Draw a line inclined at 30 degree. So, I will take this angle and draw 30 line approximately. Okay. Now, I will take this, assume that I am taking this length, and marking here. How to redraw manually? Draw perpendicular, because these two are mutually perpendicular. These two are perpendicular. Draw perpendicular lines to that and try to take this distance. First, mark 2 points. Second distance is this. Mark 2 points. Then join them. Okay. Now we have the points ready. This is the base. This is top face. This is axis reference. This is the position of the solid. First position, second position. The axis inclined at 30 degree to HP. So you dimension the axis reference, axis 30 degree. Okay. Suitably you dimension. Name it. A dash, B dash, C dash in bracket, A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash. Dark this portion carefully. So while drawing only you can do, because you know that it is all dark lines. Only 30 degree line you must take light, all other lines will be dark. But carefully construct and do accordingly. So what I have done, I have redrawn this figure such that the axis inclined at 30 degree to HP, because it is given here. I have satisfied this condition. How to get the top view? See, it's very interesting. There are two methods of getting the top view. Okay, lot of confusion is there. That line is visible, this line is visible. Now I have two methods. Let me work out only one method for this particular problem. Then one more problem I will take and introduce you one more method. So both are interesting, and this is easiest and easily you can get, but not for all solids, especially for pyramids it leads to confusion. Now let me project this top face and base. It is something like projecting two parallel laminae, that's all. Now always I prefer to have stoppers here, extreme right projection and the lowermost projection, so that you should not go beyond this. Then draw this. Okay, next keep this and one more line. So this is A. This is A. Must have patience to do all this. Okay, otherwise it leads to lot of problem. Okay. So this is again A. This is B. This is C. Okay. Here corner A, B, B1, C, C1. Carefully do it. Now join this ABC, ABC. Quickly revise what exactly you have done. You will get the mistakes which you have done. Now, method 1. How to complete the given top view, front view, whether it is final front view or second top view. So I am here. Assume that I am here. Assume that I am here. Observer is here. I am going to complete the top view. The first and foremost thing is you have to identify the farthest point item from you. Which is the farthest item, whether it's corner or edge. Here it is B1, C1 is the farthest item from you. All others are nearer to you. When compared to all other points, this is the farthest item. So farthest item is, I will just note, farthest item is B1, C1, base edge. This is very important. This is the starting point for us. Okay, this is the starting point. All depends on this. Otherwise, you may go wrong. Now, which is the base edge on HP B1, C1? That is the farthest. So that is not visible. Farthest item from you is not visible. That must be drawn dotted. That is invisible. This must be, you make it invisible. Computer can change. So this is going to play main role now for us. Okay. The procedure number 1 is farthest item from you is not visible. Yes, make it dotted. Next, any number of lines joining that item are not visible. Okay, let me take this. This is very interesting. CC1 and A1C1, B1B and A1B all are joining that, but you should not make hidden line as boundary lines. All boundary lines at any cost are always dot. So you should not touch this. Even though they are joining this particular item, you are not supposed to touch. That is boundary line. That must be dark line always. You can do dark line at this instant only. See, to avoid any confusion, you dark all lines, dark, all boundary lines dark. Fine. That's all. The procedure number 1, identify the farthest item and then see that that farthest item is not visible, hidden line. Any number of lines, that is edges, not any construction lines. Any edges which are joining that are not visible, but you see that all boundary lines are visible, but it happens to be boundary lines only. All those are joining that either ends or dark only because they are boundary lines. Next, all remaining lines are dark. Yes. You need not worry, all remaining lines are dark. That's all. That is going to complete the second figure top view. So this is A1 is visible. Completely top face is visible. Definitely it's visible. This is the top face nearer to you, that is visible. Then base is not visible. That you can realize. Imagination you have to have. Then two lateral faces nearer to you, facing you, are visible, and the one which is having BB1 and CC1 is not visible, but boundary is visible. Okay, that's all. Now what about axis? Try to complete the axis at the end. I will tell you why you are not supposed to do it at the beginning. But in hurry, as I did at the beginning, you could have taken C somewhere here and join. So here you avoid projecting axis points, end points. That's why I am not even named actually. O1 you take and project now and then identify. Okay, O1. Here you observe the scope for identifying the axis or marking axis is very less here. There is little scope for axis because already visible line is occupied major portion of O01. It is only left out is this. You mark slightly axis. So this is how you complete the second figure top view. Okay. So this is what we are interested in. Top face visible, base is not visible, two lateral surface nearer to you are visible, and the one which is facing the ground are not visible. Okay, that is only for analysis purpose. You need not do that. This is the only criteria you should know. Okay, next, how to complete the second figure, third figure, top view. How to do it? Now he says C1 B1 is the base edge that is right now perpendicular. I want that inclined at what? 30 degree, 45 degree to VP. So what you have to do is, you have to go for the inclination of the base edge on HP 45 degree to VP. Okay, now we have to redraw this figure such that B1 C1 is inclined at 45 degree to VP. So whatever you do here, that is for VP. Now you can do like this. You can rotate like this and keep the top face towards observer, or rotate like this and make the base towards observer and top face nearer to the VP. Normally by default what we do, we keep the base nearer to the observer. Let me do that first. Okay, and then in computer we will show you the alternate. Now what I am doing is, I am going to redraw this figure. How to redraw? So that is actually a logic. Logically you should do it. So keep these two first, rectangle, then take only one distance and then redraw. That I will do now. Okay. So I will show you how to do it fast in manually also. So what is this? This is the rectangle I have. You create this rectangle first. First keep this 45 degree B1 C1 base. This is 45 degree. Then keep this base and mark here these 4 points. Okay, now exactly same thing, about same distance is there. Using geometrical construction you complete this, that's all. Now I have completed B1 B, then C C1. Next, take only one distance, all these are equal. Okay, these two as centers, draw arc, again these two as centers, draw arc, that's all. That completes your job. Okay, now whatever is available in second figure top view, you have to repeat, that's all, nothing else. Now what I do is, I will try to redraw it. Use arc method to complete this. So I have redrawn this figure such that B1 C1 is inclined at 45 degree. So this is very important. B1 C1, which is on the ground, is inclined at 45 degree. So here it is true length, here also true length, here also true length. So true length on true inclination, no question of beta. True length, whatever the given angle 45 degree, you have to take 45 degree. Then project this up. Okay. Now how to project? Basically the projections should be done carefully, particularly in second figure top view. There are a lot of inclination and also coinciding lines, etc. Okay, so must carefully do it. What you do is, project first base for corners. Let me name, this is A B C, E1 B1 C1. At the same time you take this distance also, axis distance O1 and O, that's all. Now you take base corners first and project onto the base. So from here only you should take, but sometimes what happens, base corners will be projected onto the top face and then ulta, then you get answer also ulta. Be careful. Take this projection from B1 and C1. Actually it is on ground, you will not project anywhere. Take care. C1 dash, B1 dash. B1 dash, C1 dash is there. Only one point outside, that is above the ground, that is our HP, is this. With alignment indicator you can do that job in computer. So this may come up or down, that all depends on the height. Okay, here I have drawn the rough sketch. Take carefully, normally it is down. This is A1 dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash I got. Now join this with light lines, don't dark it. Whether it is visible or not, don't dark it for clarity and also easy processing. This is one phase. Second, top phase you take and project onto the top, front of the top lines. Okay. Now here BC projection, project it. BC, this is B dash, C dash, and this one is A dash. Join this again. This is something like drawing two laminae which are parallel to each other, that's all. Join AA1, CC1, BB1. Three stages. First, project onto the base. In computer you can use alignment indicator, do only that. I will show you how to do it. Again you do project it and get that. Then join the respective corners. Easy. AA1, BB1, CC1. Now, axis also you can do at the end. Now you are here. It's very interesting. You are here. Which is the farthest item from you? C. That is the top corner, top face corner C is away from you. Okay. So that is not visible. Any number of lines connecting to that corner are not visible. See, this particular line, this particular point is not visible means, this particular point is not visible means any number of lines connecting edges, particularly base edges or longer edges, are not visible. So here C1 A1, C1 B1, C1 C1 dash, C dash, C dash A dash, C dash B dash, and C dash C1 dash are not visible because they are connecting to that. It is very simple. You join this with dotted line. Again, draw this. Okay. So this is how you draw invisible lines. That's all. All rest of the lines are drawn or dark. So here no boundary business like this, no confusion. It is very narrow. Draw all other lines dark. Okay, that's all. Completion of the solution is over. Now we have completed the solution. Keep this ready. Now look for axis. That's all. So here axis you project axis. This is O1 dash. This is O dash. O dash. This is axis. See that all are parallel. These three all are parallel. So base is towards observer, base is visible. Top face is away from you, top face is not visible. Then the edges which are visible are identified or proceeded with the farthest item concept. Now I will demonstrate again what exactly we have done. First position, second position, base is not visible, only top face is visible. Then I have taken the base towards observer, dark face, that is the dark color base is visible, not the top face. That's what this one. Okay, this is visible, this is not visible. Okay, so I have one more method that is little more interesting. We will discuss that in the some other problem, say square or pentagon. So first position, second position, third position. You can also have this position. In this case, if you take the top face towards you, base is not visible. In second figure as well as second figure top view as well as in the final figure top view. First position, second position, top, third position. The colored one is not visible because it's away from you, it's not visible. So the top face is visible. So in this case, first position, second position, third position. That's all. We will discuss this on the computer. Okay, let me take the same problem, triangular prism problem, and discuss here. The triangular prism of base 45 mm, side axis 65 mm long, the base edge on HP, inclined at 45 degree to VP. Draw the projections when the axis is inclined at 30 degree to HP. Okay, now we have to consider the axis condition. Axis condition is very important. Now we have to make it perpendicular to HP. First we have to make it perpendicular to HP. Then only you get the true shape of the cross section on HP. That's what. This is the axis condition. What about the orientation? You have to select. Can you take corner here? No. You have to take the edge to be placed on HP, that is B1 C1. I have not mentioned. B1 C1 which is below BC or is particularly perpendicular to VP when you want to give inclination to the HP. So what I have done? I have taken that perpendicular. The edge to be placed on HP is always perpendicular to VP, to the right side preferably, so that you can move forward. Next, you have to move and rotate. So I hope I will show you how to move and rotate here only, so that you will get idea. And like the laminate is having solid portion, its height. Now I will show you how to do it. Move first. I have to maintain 45 degree to the axis. That means this also 45 degrees. I will take this reference and do it. Now I will try to dimension to the axis only. Both you can do. But for the examination purpose or the test purpose, you can do only the one which is given. Now this is what the move. You should have dark portion because you have to retain this also. Then move to certain position. Okay, and how you do it, I will tell you to avoid mistakes. You select, while moving, you select one corner, A1 only, and place it on that. You will get the symbol of the point on the ground. Otherwise, it will be somewhere, just above or just below or somewhere. So, better you take this procedure. Next, you have to give inclination to the HP with respect to the axis, or since these two are parallel geometrically, you can give this to this line only. So again, you select this command, rotate, and then rotate this. Same thing. Now about B1, C1 you should rotate. Take this, draw. See, we are rotating about vertical, but we want the inclination for XY, that is HP. So 90 minus of that. So 30 and 90 difference is 60, you type 60. So that with vertical it is 60, take it. Now what happens? The inclination for the HP with respect to the axis we got. Check it before you proceed. Yes, we have 30 degree. So this is how you try to give inclination to the HP with respect to the axis, such that V1, C1 on ground, that is base edge on ground. At the same time, I can say the rectangular face containing the base edge on HP is inclined at some degree to HP. That is what given. So this particular line representing the rectangular face, that is also inclined at 30 degree. Now next, to proceed further, you are supposed to maintain the gap. See, you can take this back by it again, move command. So that is what we have done here. So I have moved it first and then inclined. That's what I have done. This is the edge which is face containing the edge on HP is inclined at some degree to HP. Now what you have to do now? You have to project this first, the right extreme projection and lowermost projection, so that it gives you the stoppers. Okay, so that's what we have done, and then project it using alignment indicator, just like whatever you have done in the lamina, you project and the respective loci. So this must be on A1, this. So ABC, A1, B1, C1 you got. Now join them. So separately A1, B1, C1, ABC. Join them, you get this. Everything must be light only. Now how to complete the top view? All are made light. How to make it visible line, invisible line, etc. Now in this particular case, except one line, all are visible. What is that line? You just observe. Here I am here. I am here. Okay. Now this is the farthest item from you, B1, C1. Okay. That is indicated here in top view, B1, C1. So this must be dotted. Okay. You make this dotted. So I have taken this as separate. If it is same single entity, you use this split and then make this split. Otherwise, you delete with trim and then draw again. That can be done. That all you know. Now, how to make this? I have to make this dotted because this is not visible as per the concept. Now, what I do is, I will keep this dotted. Okay, now I have given explanation. The entire explanation is there. Whatever I have given, explain, you please go through. Okay, I don't want to bore you by just repeating that. Now I have given you the direct reference. They identify the farthest item, that is corner or edge. Here it is actually edge from the observer. Farthest item is base edge B1 C1. Okay, the projection is small letters. That's all. Actually, it's capital B1 C1. The farthest item from the observer is not visible. That's why I made it hidden. Okay. Now, any number of lines joining B1 C1 are not visible. A1 B1, A1 C1, C C1, B B1, all are joining, but should see that all boundary lines are visible. So keep all boundary lines dark. First, what is boundary line? See, surrounding this, all edges of the projection like this are visible. Okay, now you make that. See, you make that, and then all remaining edges are visible. That's all. All remaining lines or edges are visible or dark lines. So this is how you complete the second figure top view. And there is a scope for little scope for axis representation. That's what I told already. So you make that axis reference and make this portion. See, O1 is already covered by the dark line with A1. The remaining space should be identified with the convention axis as per the requirement. Okay, this is what you have to do. This complete the second position, inclination to the HP such that B1 C1 is perpendicular. Now B1 C1, I don't want B1 C1 perpendicular to VP. I want that 45 degree to VP. So what you do? You redraw this figure such that V1 C1 is inclined at 45 degrees. So you move and rotate. Again I will show you. It is something like lamina only. No strange thing here. I will show you how to move and rotate. See, this is move. Okay, let it cover all. Move to a specific portion. Even let it go beyond water, so that it will come again to inside. Okay, now take little below only, no, so that it should not cross x, y. Otherwise, you can move again, no problem. Now you rotate. So to rotate, same command. Rotate about B1, B1 C1. Since it is 45, it is very easy, narrow. You not worry. 90 minus 45 also 45 with vertical. Yes. That's all. Now you dimension. Okay, 45. Sure. Whatever you want is 45. Now you project one by one. Base you project, then top face you project, and get all light lines first. Okay. Now move and rotate. I did first base as I did on the whiteboard. I have projected and got base. See, in my figure, in whiteboard, it has gone up. It is very close. You must be very careful. It is very dangerous if you get very close. So what you do is, you zoom it and then do. So here also some problem is there. Here away from, if it is fit, then you will get some problem. So it will go either side. So take care and then do it. Now you see that this is from A1. This is from, sometimes what happens, instead of this you will mark it here. So you must carefully do it. Then you will get final solution wrong. Now second one also you do it. Then join A1, BB1, CC1. Okay. Join A1, B1, C1. Now according to this, here I am here. Which is the farthest item from you? C. C is not visible. See, this particular point is not visible means any number of lines joining that also not visible. Okay. Now what you do? You make these three lines dotted. Okay. You mean those three lines dotted. That is these three lines dotted. Modify it, and then all remaining lines are dark. Here no confusion of boundary lines etc. because everything is inside. Boundary means this. Any connecting lines to that are along the boundary. No, somebody may say See, this we have connected here, this also dotted, this boundary lines are dotted. That's why we have given one particular condition, irrespective of the situation, all boundary lines are visible. So, you make all boundary lines are visible and all remaining lines are visible. See, all remaining lines are visible and boundary lines also visible. Only these three lines. They will repeat, the point C from this observer is the farthest item, that is corner. This corner is not visible. Number of edges which are connecting to that. Edges means either longer edge or smaller edge, not construction lines. Don't get confused. Okay. So these are dotted. All remaining sides edges are visible. Not only boundary, all remaining sides are easy. This is the easiest way of working. Then I touch upon axis and complete. This is the complete solution for your information. Now you can have one more session, like the top face is nearer to the observer. How to do it? So again, same thing. Instead of keeping this nearer to the observer, take away from the observer. Yeah. Now you project the base and also top face, because the farthest item from you is the particular point. See how you see C and A are very close. How do you identify which one is farthest item? You draw a line. That's all, horizontal line through C and A. Zoom it through C and A, which is away from you. You will get. Yeah. See, you just observe. If I draw two lines through A and C, you get the line drawn through C1 is nearer to the VP or away from observer. So C1 is not visible again. So naturally, the base corner C1 is not. Earlier, top face corner C is not visible. Now it is. See, earlier top face corner C is not visible. In this case, base corner C1 is not visible. Accordingly, you get the situation. So you continue with the what is called the projection. You complete, and then whichever is visible, okay, you dark it fast. Invisible corner is not visible. Any number of lines joining that are visible, and all rest of the edges are visible. You can try this one, alternate problem. Okay, I will just mention here. When the top face is when the base is away from the observer or base is near to the observer, VP. When the base is nearer to, it's better way, nearer to VP. See, when the base is nearer to VP, then top face naturally nearer to the observer. This surface will be visible, but we want this criteria. C1 base corner is not visible. Any number of lines connecting to that are not visible. Okay, nearer to VP. Okay. So this is important. So I would like to highlight this with red color so that. Okay. Now I will take this same. Identify here. When the base is away from VP, is away from. So that's how you can work out a problem on solids. This is the method 1 of completing the top view or front view. I have told you. Next session, we will discuss the one more method of completing the second figure top view and third figure front view. So in depth we will discuss.